Nigga rap, yeah. They thought I lost it or some shit, right? Fuck it. Yeah. Whoa. Shit, riddle me this, riddle me that. Yeah. Shit, if you a bitch.
Yo, what the fuck is going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Wolf2Wolf. I'm one of your hosts with the most, Hunter B, aka Wolf Cobain. I'm here with
Rico Cloud. You already know what time it is, baby.
Yo, what the fuck is going on, man? The weather's getting nice. New York is looking a little ratchet outside. The bottles out. Feel me? Look, it's getting to that. It's getting to that weather, man. You know, ain't nothing like a New York summer. If you're not from here, and you have never experienced one. I wouldn't say come in and experience one, but you know it's definitely a vibe though.
One day it's cold, one day it's hot. Hopefully you make it on the day.
You might be in two different places. You never know.
You're gonna need your jacket one day. You're gonna need to take off your shirt the next day. You feel me? Because it's hot as hell. It be humid. There's rain. It rain. It don't rain. It rain midday. But
as
the
a
sun
matter
with
of
no
fact,
clouds.
as we recorded, it just rained before we started.
And there was no clouds in the sky. There was just no clouds. So you got no clouds in the sky, but it's raining. And then it's beautifully sunny though, and then it all go away, and it's just the sun come out. It's just it's crazy, bro.
New York, but nah, my G. This past weekend, you know, WrestleMania.
A lot of things happened. I was about to say a lot of things happened this past weekend.
WrestleMania, my
WrestleMania.
nigga. I'm not gonna lie, man. We saw it. So,
For all the wrestling fans out there, I would love leave in the comments what y'all thought.
Who are y'all rooting for?
Yeah,
who y'all want to win?
For? Exactly, because I personally
that was crazy.
Like just like y'all heard in the last episode, like I haven't been super in tune to wrestling, but I had to watch WrestleMania just because it's amazing. Also, it's on Peacock for me, so it's more accessible than paying $70
but
for
definitely
a
go subscribe. Go subscribe to Peacock.
So. Shout out to Peacock because I saw WrestleMania this year and honestly it was amazing. I don't know what you thought, but I thought that shit was electrifying, no question about it. You had Cody Rhodes with the big match. You had some new tag team champions.
Yo, that match there, that's a 10 out. Yo, Triple H, Vince,
that was
whatever.
Yeah,
y'all niggas need a raise for that one.
That was a great match. And also, like, I'm not gonna lie. What do you think about like the way they switched it up, made it 2 days? I don't know how long it's been 2 days.
But usually, like, it's for the past couple years.
Okay.
Like the pay per view's been 2 days. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like it at first because you know I'm the nigga like I want to see
just the one night. Like I want to see it all.
I want to see everything. I want to see the whole shit. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie. It adds to the suspense. And then this year they did it. They did it very well because they ended off the first night with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, new motherfucker undisputed tag team champions, y'all. You feel me? Get right.
Not gonna lie, that was needed. It was electrifying.
I'm not gonna lie because if they didn't win that night, night 2 would have been shit. Because
exactly, especially since Cody Rhodes, man, got cheated out once again.
Roman Reigns, bro. Like I get it, bro. You the heel. You want to do the 1,000-day shit, but bro, win a fucking match clean, my nigga. I'm tired of this. You got to get a nigga to cheat 3 times. Come on, bro. Get it together, bro. Cody Rhodes would have beat that ass, and then you cheated. But
first of all, let's talk about it. Cody Rhodes won. Cody Rhodes won that match.
Let's talk about it.
Let's really talk about it. Cody Rhodes is your undisputed WWE champion.
That's what they don't want to talk about.
Feel me? But it's alright though. It's alright though. Y'all didn't want to see my son Cody Rhodes take that because you feel me. He's been in a shadow. He was on his own. Like feel me. It's been a minute. Cody Rhodes has been around for a while, so it was good to see him finally. Like we main eventing the WrestleMania for the championship, and it would have been dope. It would have been great for history, for story. His pops, you know what I'm saying? It was already, a legend. Dusty Rhodes, of course. He even did a few moves in there. He did some moves for Randy.
If y'all
he did
niggas
some moves
put
for
this
Dusty.
shit on DraftKings, we would have been fucked. And I want, you know what?
Lost mad, bro.
I'm never ever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, but do you think, like, honestly, like, really asking yourself, you think you would have bet on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, or would you have bet on the Uso twins?
Nah, like I would have bet on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, definitely.
Off rip, he was like, nah, they winning. Like, I'm taking that.
Because this is WrestleMania, I'm like, it's time for a change. Like, niggas gotta go. Somebody gotta go. I told you before the end.
That's a fact. You said, he did.
Somebody gotta lose. That's a fact. Nigga.
Something has to change. It's WrestleMania, so something has to change.
Something.
That was the only title switch up, right?
Nah. Rhea
Ripley, and I was about to say she won the women's champion.
New women's champion. Yep. And now, that was pretty much about it. And then, the Intercontinental match was crazy. All the match. Shout out to all y'all that booked that match, all those matches that whole weekend.
Great matches.
Hats off to y'all. Clap it up for yourselves. But how do you feel about not only like social media stars becoming a part of WWE now, but how do you feel about the UFC agreement that it just came to? Like they merging now. About to be,
word? I didn't. You putting me on. I didn't even know that. Yeah, feel me?
Them niggas, they merging with the UFC now, so I don't know what that means in terms of events and shit like that, but that might be something.
Yo, it's funny. That being
maybe
said,
niggas might actually really punch each other in the head.
I don't know. Let's see how that goes.
Hot nigga, feel me?
We definitely feel me. There's a lot of stomping, punching in this. In the WWE, you feel me?
Make
but
it look convincing.
I'm not gonna lie, it's funny you say that too about the social media stuff. Like a lot of clashing going on, especially WWE. Like they just got bought out by like Saudi Arabia or whatever.
Yeah,
I know Vince McMahon is still involved and stuff, but like there's so much clashing going on and change of culture
everywhere.
So, yeah, for real. But nah, like for example, like Logan Paul as a WWE superstar, he had actually a pretty dope match. He lost.
Word.
And I think it was
Jumped
I think
through a
Seth
fucking
Rollins
table.
well deserved. Feel me? He needed that W.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Losing social media star was talking that shit. Feel
Losing
me?
to Logan Paul would have been first. We would have lost 2 years in a row.
But now to just to answer your question, what's it called? Like Logan Paul just also signed his Prime company signed a deal with UFC.
Yo, shout out to Prime, yo. Shout out to Logan Paul, KSI. Oh yeah, I still have not tried it yet, but yo, yeah, making.
I'm not gonna lie,
big fucking
changing
moves. Word.
I heard supposedly they 1% of all sports drinks. That's like pretty big, and like compared to millions
compared to the
of
niggas who
Gatorades,
have 0%.
But not even that. It like let's be honest, mad people could just make a drink. We know people from the hood that make a drink.
You
and it's
could,
like,
but I'm talking about
to take over 1% of marketing. That's huge.
Marketing, having it really be in the stores and niggas buying it. That's completely different.
Yeah, that's a whole different.
You can make anything in this.
You can make something to sell it on the corner, but to sell it in every store is definitely different for sure.
Yo, man, I'm fucking Wolf2Wolf, y'all.
Wolf2Wolf, y'all.
If you haven't tuned in already, make sure y'all go subscribe.
Watched?
Have you seen the first episode?
Have you seen the first episode?
I seen the first episode, nigga. So I think.
But
y'all
did you?
Did y'all see the first episode?
Did you see the first episode?
If you didn't see the first episode, link in the bio, link in the description. Make sure y'all go tune in. New videos weekly coming soon, y'all. But now speaking of just that whole segue and stuff like that, like, is being a social media influencer, is that like now a new form of career where you don't necessarily have to be tied down to one thing?
Yeah.
Or is it just kind of like a hobby still? Or do you think, I think personally it's turned into more of people's income, and you get money off of your reels, your TikTok, so there's money in it. Mm-hmm. But like, how do you feel about social media becoming more of a job nowadays?
Yeah, so now social media is definitely becoming a job. Like you have social media managers, you got people that don't even run their own social media because they that famous. They got someone else doing it. You feel me? Burn his account. Like this is my real account. You know what I'm saying? So now social media is obviously with everything. There's gonna be business involved, right? There's gonna be a way to find and make money. And social media, people found those hacks early, and you already know once everyone starts catching on, it's a whole different ball game. Instagram, Meta, they all start changing up their rules. Now you gotta do this. Oh yeah, those 1,000 views ain't worth that $1,000 that it used to be. All that stuff. So now
the niggas who started this shit back then, bro, shout out to the ones who's still in it.
No, shout out to the ones that started it, but also shout out to them for speaking up and talking about, like, shout out to Haha Davis.
Yeah, word.
He mentioned how he had over 4 million followers and was just as broke as he was when he had only a few hundred.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like the idea of like, just because you might see something a certain way and hear about this make all this money, but look, that dude right there had a lot of following. It wasn't making no money.
Also remember, this shit is an illusion as well. That's what this is here for. Don't get me wrong, you can get paid off of it, but don't think that.
Now it's over.
Yeah,
now they already packed it up. They said you could. I think you can't even get paid off of reels anymore.
They dubbed the reels
because they saw like, bro, people was stacking up them views, like some regular ass, you know what I'm saying, accounts and regular ass people. It's not really. That's a lot of money you paying out Instagram, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, to me, that's kind of like...
It's foul, but I'm just saying, like, on a business terms, like, they money gonna run out. Like, all these companies that make trillions and trillions of dollars, you gotta understand, when all these big-ass companies, they making money, they also loaning money. The money movement is so crazy that it's like, it can happen too fast and now you lose it all, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a simple way to put it, but just to think about, like, they got billions of dollars moving, like, sending to this person, millions here, a few thousand here, like, consistently every day is moving. So it's like, if that shit gets too crazy.
But my thing is, are they just taking it off of like the random people that's coming up already, or are you taking it away from, like, I know I seen it on my Instagram.
Yeah, I feel like it's a limit. I'm assuming it's limited to everybody. I didn't really like look into it too much. But
if you like a celebrity, I mean, I guess you
no, but think about it. The celebrity, let's say for example, right, like I just feel like they're bringing it down, right? So like, if you're a super celebrity and you have 50 million and maybe you're paying for ads and there's a certain like process that's like going through with that. But if you're a regular person that just hit like me and you, we post a video that's, oh yeah, one of these videos got 200K views or 1 million views. That amount of money that we probably would have sold before is not coming now. Feel me? Because that just happened. There wasn't like a paid subscription.
That's another thing too.
Follow up, you know?
TikTok does this bullshit where supposedly I don't know if it's necessarily, but
Let's see
I heard that the owner, the CEO of TikTok or whatever, whoever runs it, they're the ones who push whoever's going viral. So like the people you see going viral is not necessarily really going viral.
We're gonna put on our 10 hats.
We're going for me. Third eye. Open it up.
Hold on. So the CEOs is out here really picking and choosing. That's
I'm
what
not
you're
gonna
telling
lie. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised because it feels like that on everything else. Like on Instagram, they show you shit that they want you to see. They put that in. You feel me? They put that in your face.
Like,
YouTube.
Exactly.
They put whatever.
It's like also like, let's be honest. I don't know if any of y'all can relate, but like the second you speak about something and hear something, every device is picking up. All these networks are connected in some way, and even your phone. If you on a phone talking about sneakers,
after this podcast, mad podcast related videos
all over TikTok ads, fucking mic ad. We gonna speak everything. It's gonna come into your phone, bro. Like if you talk about sneakers, talk about basketball, WrestleMania, you gonna see a WrestleMania ad. You gonna see my son Roman Reigns holding them 2 championships. You gonna see it now just because we was talking about it. Like it's all connected in some way. So they hearing and they gonna at the end of the day they trying to like do things to help better the service or whatever they provide, if it's a social media app or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's always for that buck, baby. That's what they going for. How can I make the most money without getting fucked up, caught up? So there's always about.
Yo, ain't it crazy to think like all the different stages Instagram is going through, my nigga? Like
for real, bro.
Back when
and it's like the social media is copying each other. Like
for real.
It was just simple. It was just take your picture,
niggas
post
had MySpace,
it, like it.
Niggas had LimeWire, niggas had everything.
But not even that. It's like you said though, like the fact that Instagram, simply pictures, Snapchat, simply a quick story, like
and
everything, and they all were like, nah, we just gonna combine.
They just like, yo, I'm about to do this better than y'all over here. Word. Like I'm gonna do the same thing y'all doing, but I'm gonna just do it different over here, and I'm gonna call it like,
I'm gonna call it this,
Twitter
and then not even that, like
nigga.
everyone that likes to be on this app anyway, now they're just gonna be like, haha, I can do the same thing you could do. When it's like, my nigga, if you think about it, why can't we just do this one thing here and this one thing there? That would be the point of the separate apps. I mean, I can do everything I can do in one app.
That money, and then on top of that, is just like, you feel me? Anything you got, I could do it better over here. Like that's what they think about.
It's a competition. That's all it is. A big ass competition, and everyone wants to win. But I don't know. I feel like I'm realizing it's also like an age group thing. Like feel me? Like let's be honest. Like when we were a little bit younger, Facebook was our thing. You feel me? When we was way younger, it was the MySpace, and you feel me? Like we all had our years or our decade or whatever of time. That's like, it was really accustomed. This was the app. This was the good app. Or like Snapchat had its little reign, and then like some people still use Snapchat. I feel like it's for the youth, but older people use Snapchat, other people still use Snapchat, so that's cool. And then Instagram is kind of like this like middle ground, and then I feel like Twitter's number one. You feel me? You can't go wrong with Twitter because it's
Twitter,
like
you just literally saying whatever.
Yeah,
like,
literally Twitter has the most like, open freedom. Yeah, like, you could do as much as you can on Twitter, but really fucked up.
according to the shit that's going on in this world, that's not gonna be the same no more because Elon he cracking down over there.
Yo, real quick, I want to shout out to Elon Musk for the simple fact
that guy right there.
That's a gangster move. Nigga said I
want Twitter. Not Donald Trump. I want Twitter.
He just balled out and bought an app that used to violate. He was beefing with.
And he fired niggas. He's like, yeah, this is mine now. You out of here.
Like,
packed up.
That's gangster shit. Like 46 bill on just like, I'm gonna do what I want. Like I could just do that. Like,
yo, if niggas drop 46 bill in your lap right now, what you doing with it?
46 billion
in your lap right now, like straight cash.
God.
Like no questions asked. Nigga just drop 46 billion cash right at your feet right now.
If I had, first of all, I don't know where that's gonna fit. Unless these is $1 million bills,
right, you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be all over me. They're gonna be submerged.
He gonna give you mad Mr. Beast briefcases, bro. That's
Mr. Beast, we coming on the show.
Yo, we both subscribe.
We both subscribe. I'm subscribed on TikTok. Yeah. I'm subscribed on YouTube. Every page.
Get us on the video.
We're gonna see you soon, Mr. Beast. We're gonna be making a video with you soon.
First
of all, if I have 46 billion, I'm definitely invested in Mr. Beast. I know I'm gonna get my return.
We're gonna get an island off this bitch.
Yeah, that's hell yeah. Feel me? I'm invested in Mr. Beast. Now, real talk, if I have 46 billion, I would just try to keep it so like, there's mad structural, smart ways to make money and keep your money in a good place. If it's, certain funds, a hedge fund or whatever, index fund or something where it's like my money could keep coming back and I could get some sort of check from it because I know if I just spent it, even though it'd be dumb hard to spend $46 billion, but
oh, dude.
Yeah,
It's
but
not,
the
it's not
idea
that hard
of
to spend it.
I mean,
it's hard to keep
is,
it.
Nah, it's hard to keep it at 46. But you think you could? Yeah, hold on. You think you could spend 46
Easily,
billion?
nigga.
Easy?
You could easy. You know how much?
I feel like that's not that easy, bro.
Think about it this way, bro.
That's not that easy.
There's a whole world of rich shit that we don't know yet.
Exactly. So you got 46 billion.
Niggas are spending millions of dollars on the most minuscule things, bro.
But see, like
a day though, a day. Not
but
just.
do you think you gonna do that though?
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna be the smart nigga. But
feel
if
me?
you asking me if I could definitely spend 46 billion. Shit, nigga.
I don't
jets,
know. I feel like I would have.
travel.
I'm not gonna lie.
All
That's
that
another
shit
thing. I'm
costs-
buying a basketball. I'm buying an NBA team. I got $46 billion. I'm buying somebody buying the Knicks. Something. We're gonna fix the Knicks, my nigga. The Knicks. That's another story. It's another story, but. We're gonna fix the Knicks, my nigga. They doing well right now, but we gonna fix y'all. We gonna get y'all a superstar, my nigga. I'm gonna pay them outright. You feel me?
Nigga, if I had 46 bill, I'm buying the fucking, I'm solidifying the label, the LLC, the company.
Yeah, it's official. That's a fact, of course.
I'm investing that into.
I'm gonna need multiple companies.
Word,
46 bill.
Obviously, nigga, but we gonna start
Corporation,
with the,
feel me?
Word, the umbrella corporation. We gonna throw it.
It's gonna start for
Go
real.
down, but yeah, I'm definitely doing that. Mad property, like.
Oh yeah, of course.
A
Real estate is king.
Bunch of land, bro. Because for me personally, I want to have. For me, like I've been telling you, nigga, I want the compound living. I want everybody.
Course,
for me, we live on the compound together. This all our land.
Yeah.
You even step on that blade of grass, you done, my nigga, because that's my property. So
Yup.
it's like. I want shit like that. Everything, because nigga, once you got all that shit in your back, the most important thing in this world is resources. And once you have them, a multiple like,
and that's when you can start providing the resources,
exactly.
right? That's
and then
the
they
transition.
gonna pay you for them resources, and it's a never ending cycle, man. You can just keep making that money.
So all you gotta do is break out the cycle that you in, so you can start an even better cycle.
Exactly. Yo, retrain your mind, retrain yourself. That's what you gotta do. Shit.
Mindset shit. You heard?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Niggas definitely did smoke earlier, so I'm a little smack. Had some pizza and shit, but you know, I was gonna go to the deli meal, but you know, delis over here is fucking expensive as shit.
Yeah, well,
so.
we in a little bougie area over here. You know what I'm saying?
Like, but nothing, you know, nothing hit like a good old sandwich from the deli, my nigga. Like, I don't know, like, what's your what sandwiches you be getting from the deli right here?
Woo! Alright, off rip, Sausalito with mustard cheese or pepper jack, of course.
Sausalito turkey.
If you haven't gotten that sandwich, Sausalito mustard cheese. I personally, everything on it. You can need all the flavor: the salt, pepper, oil, vinegar, lettuce, tomatoes. Give it to me, all the onions, whatever. I need all the flavor, and it's on a hero, and it's toasted, and it's hot.
Word. Toasted and hot.
Still eating a cold sandwich, my nigga. Respectfully, I get it. Ham and cheeses and shit is cool.
You could have made that yourself. You could have made that yourself.
Step it up.
Still, you feel me?
Come on. Where the salt, pepper, vinegar? Where the other shit at?
Where your chips? Where your chips that you put in? You supposed to put your chips in the middle of the sandwich.
Bev. Hold on. If you go into the right deli, they might even come with a bev. You get the right sandwich.
Niggas don't do that no more, bro. That's a throwback. You go to the supermarket. You go to a supermarket, be like, yo, let me get a cold cut sandwich. They be like, all right, what soda and chips you want? That's perfect deal. But
and even if they're raising the price, it's like you happier because you got that.
I got the full meal. Like
I got a whole thing, like on some Subway shit. That ass. But now, let's talk to me. What's your go-to? Hunter be walking and he's smacked, he's fried. What he getting from the deli?
I'm not gonna lie, all my friends can attest to this because they've heard me call it in at least one time in their life. I'll be like, yo, let me get a chopped cheese meal, ketchup, extra cheese sometimes. You feel me? I used to get extra cheese, but you know.
All right, what else? You already know that. What else? What else?
Yeah, the pepper jack cheese with the sauce, little turkey, hot mayo. You know what I'm saying? That's clutch. Oh, this one about to fuck y'all up. It's still a chopped cheese.
Okay.
But it's on cocoa bread.
Woo! Hold on.
Next time you go to the deli,
get some with cocoa bread.
Tell the ock, yo, I need a chopped cheese, whatever else you want on it, on cocoa bread. And if they don't have cocoa bread, then you know that you're not in the right place.
You feel me?
So go find yourself.
That's a fact.
An ock that
underrated
got
meal.
Bread.
Underrated meal.
That's it.
Not gonna lie, of course.
Yo, you see this, the fucking Arizona's is $1.50 now, my nigga?
Nah, everything, bro. I walked into a deli. It wasn't around here, but it's always been the deli that's $1.
These niggas
$1 water. The $1 water. Nigga try to charge me $1.25. I don't care if it's a quarter. Where do I have a quarter? You think I got a quarter in my pocket? I haven't seen change.
Say, bro, you're not even gonna use this quarter. You gonna lose this shit if
you
I give it to you.
Like, where did this come from, bro?
Bro,
that inflation
word,
inflation K. That's what this episode's called. Inflation K. You heard?
Fuck inflation, nigga. That's how
what
we
the
feel.
fuck is going on, bro? Why is shit getting more expensive? How you gonna raise all this minimum wage and all this shit for shit to just be more expensive? What was the point? Just put it back, put everything back down. Just give us the cheap wages and the cheap shit again. Cause what was the point?
And that's the other thing. You could work a whole fucking 40 hours and that's still not even enough to New York City, bro.
It's amazing.
If you don't live here, like
you don't
coming
want to
here
live
to try
here.
to live here is crazy as hell.
Yeah, nah,
like,
I've seen enough.
We make it happen.
Videos. Yup. I've seen enough videos, podcasts, people that are money smart or money financially free have made it very clear New York is the worst place for business, for anything, because even if you got the business out here, the return ain't as big as it might seem. You feel me? You got to be the best of the best, or the greatest of the greatest to really bring back some shit. Because I heard there's over like 80-90% of restaurants closed.
Streets over here,
yeah.
so that's another
That's
thing. You got to deal with all the big brands, the big names, the niggas you're never gonna see behind them banks, all that shit. So they
you gotta have over. You gotta have either have some real love, or you better hope that everybody's fucking with you. Because if you don't got everybody on your side over here, it's a wrap. It's over.
It's over. And this shit is crazy because they gentrifying every hood slowly but surely, and it's like that's ridiculous to me. Because that shit is not for the people that's already there. Like, you feel me? Like,
literally,
I'm inviting all the people that's.
That being said, I mean, I know it's not just like you were still 100% right, but I know like they have like a law, at least in the city, where it's like 10% of every building or whatever needs a low income and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but it's exactly because they give it up to community boards.
Where those people at though? Like,
I mean, some of them, I could attest because I've been to a few. My family's been lucky enough to hit a lottery too, and I know friends, of course. So like, I've been lucky, and I'll be like, all right, hold on.
But see, that's the thing. I gotta be on the lottery. Like,
because they can't give it to everybody, right? Because that would defeat the purpose.
They can't. But here's my thing. I feel like if I'm living in the building, across the building that you about to try to tear my shit down for, I should be able to go in there, dibs, I want this, I want whatever. I
guess.
In that sense, which is, I guess, the lottery in a sense. But I feel like whoever's across that street or whoever's that block is, they should get first come, first serve as far as that lottery.
At least, exactly. Like, at least they get first selection before anything else. I don't know. I don't really know the breakdown of laws. I know every building has their own. It's different. Rent control, certain shit. You gotta get people out and all this stuff, but most of the time it's just the idea that like you said, you gotta like.
But that's crazy. They want to get a lottery because your rent is.
I mean, they're not even. I don't think that's the problem. I think it's more of just like. I think justification really comes down to like the goal is right when even us growing up in the hood and certain cultures that is just like from being in poverty, being in stress, being all this shit that you deal with, and that's where you learn all this this art and the creativity. It's just the idea that it's like. That's the good side of being in the hood, but let's be honest, a lot of hood attracts, drugs, violence, all these different things. You could go further and further down that road, and it's the idea of like, all right, well, if we start fresh here, and we bring in less people that are, of this nature, then.
But that, you can't, like, that's my thing, though, like.
Don't be wrong, that being said, I feel like I wish gentrification could somehow just be first dibs on the people that's really there, right? Because that's the problem. It's the idea that someone from another whatever come through and be like, I'm buying this shit, or it's a community board member or somebody that were kind of like they had a residence that was from that area, but it's not really from that area, and they're making decisions. I think that's the problem.
You could take the projects away, but that doesn't mean you gonna take away the exactly. That's the thing. Like there's more crime that we would probably know about that's going on downtown in these high class areas. But guess what? It's the highest probably tier of that crime.
See, I agree with you, so but it's the idea that like, sadly, the way, of course, it's always down to the rules, the way shit works, right? So you gotta break down, your community board members, all these different, these electoral, whatever the Senate, whatever the hell, all this breakdown of Congress and that goes on that specific to your district and all this shit, and those people make decisions. So us being from the hood or whoever, all the people that's in the hood. You don't really know that, right? You just living your everyday, day-to-day, trying to make your buck, do your thing, going to hit your deli for the food, whatever, just making it simple. And there's a lot really going on behind closed doors that they'll never show you on IG, they'll never show you on TikTok, and that's all you really know, for me. So it's just the idea of breaking that cycle, right? Because if you could just jump out, right, and just be able to like just look into a little bit more of how to choose these things, there would be a lot more people from those neighborhoods like, all right, this is how we're going to do it, so that the people that's really stuck into these P's, maybe we give them a new residence. Everyone in that residence gets a brand new.
Because it would be fine. That'd be dope. It would be fine if, like you said, like it would be fine if you building this new stuff with the fair, equal opportunity and feel me, that the people that lived here already that have probably put more money in this community than anybody that's about to come over here and buy some shit over here.
Yep.
They didn't put their life into this community, and they can't even get first selection, first dibs or whatever on something that you're building in their neighborhood, but you pushing them out because they can't afford the shit that you be like. That's wrong on every sense of the. For me,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta do more research on it because I know there is certain rules and stuff.
Nah,
I know,
of course, obviously.
Yeah, I know they're little. Down to
the root core of the whole shit is you're moving out somebody that's lived here and that's from here. You're trying to uproot that because you want to put your new shit there.
Exactly.
It's like, yo,
and make you a buck.
You know you get gentrified when the fucking Whole Foods pulling up to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. 2/5. That's what they tried to do. Throw that Whole Foods there like it was going to change 125th Street. It does not change.
I'm honestly, I've never even been in that Whole Foods. That shit amazes me to this day. I remember when they first opened that, like was building it. I was just like, on what street, nigga?
For
like,
what though? Exactly. Like for what?
I mean, because Harlem is getting gentrified. Like there's new projects. You know what I'm saying? We actually know somebody that moved into a new lottery building.
That is true, but guess what? That does not change where it's at the core. Like just
just
because you took a corner of 125th and turned it into a Whole Foods, it's still 125th Street.
Like I see what you're saying. 125th ain't gonna change no matter what you bring to 125th. I see what you're saying.
Because the 125th is not just the buildings that's over there; it's the people.
I agree, but I'm gonna say this too though, is that like even over time, like yeah, it's always been the hood. It's still kind of the hood. Mm-hmm. It's just the idea that it has slowly changed, right? Because I feel like 125th even 10, 15 years ago was like, oh nah, I'm not even trying to be on 125th. Like unless you from 125th or you over there, whatever. I'm not trying to be around there. There's mad shit going on. This nigga.
But you still don't even want to really be over there anyway.
Now but see, this is what's gonna give you the reason. I'm sorry, the other people are gonna give them the reason.
Wait, here's the real reason. You don't want to be on 125th on the east side. That's niggas be on 225th.
Unless it's El Puerto, shout out El Puerto because that shit is fire. But unless it's that, I'm not really trying to be on the west side either.
A lot of niggas don't want to be on 225th on the east side because you know the reasons there. The crackhead that whole that vibe over there is not it.
Real quick, for all you tourists, I should advise go to 125th and Lex or maybe even 3rd. Just take a little walk around, take your little camera phone out.
Be standing in the middle of the street. Go stand in the middle of the street on 125th.
I bet you're gonna get a lot of attention, a lot of people talking to you, trying to figure out what's going on.
Best pictures and content you ever had.
Yo, literally, you're gonna see people do things you never saw anyone do, no matter what country you're from.
The crack Olympics, nigga. Welcome to the crack Olympics.
Yep, crack at its finest.
Yep,
crack ain't whack over there, I'm gonna tell you that.
That shit had him feeling like Superman, nigga.
Yo, literally, superhero shit. I'm not gonna lie, you might see the Avengers over there. You might just get close.
Not the ones on the screen.
Some other kind though.
The real deal, you feel me?
They can do a lot without superpowers.
Niggas pick you up, you don't even know it. Like, yo, raw crackhead strength, baby. That's
yo, for real, that shit is different.
I don't know, but for me, it's just like I feel like they doing it everywhere. So not just Harlem,
exactly.
It's in the Bronx, in
literally.
Brooklyn, so it's like you're trying to take away a bunch of the culture that's there. Like the Bronx, that's the birthplace of hip hop. Some of those places that they renovating right now is like
my mind,
you would have never thought.
Yo, if y'all from the Bronx or from the city or whatever, y'all already know. Like when you cross like that 135th bridge or whatever, it's like feel me. It's the hood. It's the South Bronx, and you got like these brand new constructions now coming in. Feel me over there by like 138, 149.
Beautiful ass cribs,
and they just massive. And yo, the other day I'm over here just whipping it, and I see like these beautiful white families coming down, and they freaking what's it called? And they Beamers and they Mercedes. And I'm just like, this has never been over here. Like I'm amazed. I'm from here, and I'm just like, yo, what is this?
The South Bronx.
I'm so confused. Like, hold up. I was used to the brackies and the construction spots and all this stuff. The construction has been there for years. That place has been under construction for a million years, and now these high rises have come and this gentrification is real, bro. Feel me? And I'm not gonna lie, yo, like in 15, 20 years when we older, bro, and when the kids is older and all that,
we're not gonna be able to recognize this shit.
Yo, it's gonna be a whole other place. All of New York City will be the luxury. All of New York City will be including Queens, Brooklyn. Of course, Manhattan is already. It's over. If you want to live over here, Deckman's the last thing we got. The Heights is dead changing already anyway.
Word. You can't even.
Deckman's the last thing we got.
You can't get nothing in Harlem now without paying on. Unless you trying to live in, feel me, the P's or affordable housing, you're not getting nothing that's good because they're taxing.
Lottery it up. You feel me?
Yo, like I said, that's why you need the compound, bro. Just get some land, get yourself the fuck out of here, and tee up, man. That's all we can tell you, bro. That's all we can tell you. Yo. Also, you see that they talking about the Last of Us fungus shit. They talking about that shit is actually like
what?
That's real. Like it's
bro.
real in the sense that.
Shout out to the Last of Us because that show was fire.
Yeah, the game fire, all that amazing.
For all you gamers out there, you already know this game.
Go play that.
For all those gamers that have not played Last of Us, you go pause, press pause.
There's so many ways you could get this right now.
The PS5, that little sound that come on, I need to hear it right now because Last of Us is a beautiful. It's a 10 out of 10 game.
That's fact.
It's perfect. And the show, they were so smart to just continue taking things from the game over every episode. Beautiful. Go tune in. Last of Us is definitely fire.
They saying that clicker fungus shit like it's
nah,
it's real.
See,
it's
I feel like I don't know what to do anymore, bro. Everything is kind of real. The zombies. I remember they said zombies.
That's the whole shit though.
It's like this fantasy world. Where did they get this shit from? that's what I'm asking right now.
This is the whole shit. This older shit has been real beforehand. It's just like.
It's almost like coming back in a
They're
way.
supposed to show it to you. Like, whatever universal law there is, whatever this is, whatever the fucked up shit they doing, they have to show it to us. And so they show it to us within what?
I see what you mean. Yeah, exactly.
Movie,
like a distraction.
Media, word. So it's like, yo, it's mad cool that, iRobot, like, my nigga, that nigga.
So that AI starts talking.
Look, we got AIs talking.
Word. We got people making fake people.
Exactly. We got robots with human faces like iRobot.
Artists are cloned. I don't know. There's a lot going on.
Look, niggas is doing deepfakes, deepfakes on videos now. Deepfake technology. You seen the Kendrick video?
Yo, that
nigga changing the
that shit was. That video scared me, bro. Because bro, you could literally like. That changes everything. If you really wanted to, you could do something, put someone else's face on it, and now
that word, yeah.
Like that to me is insane,
unless they
bro.
decipher that, they're gonna take that for face value. I seen you on video doing it.
Exactly.
So now you really can't believe anything you see, and now definitely really half of what you hear. Definitely, because I already believe half of what I hear, but now I have to believe even less of what I hear,
way less,
and even more so none of what I see, because it's just like this shit is just a never-ending game of what the fuck, bro. We broke in, bro.
Yo, not even my fault to interrupt, but there's a freaking dude on TikTok. His name is it's like a TikTok science page, and he like acts like he creates animals. Like I'm telling you, and it's like you said, like. Half of what I hear is already like, okay.
Yeah, word.
Now half of what I see is about to be because
now you seeing bullshit.
Yo, bro,
every
and I'm
day.
just like, and not even that. That dude, he be on some just like, I think he just be putting clips together because it ends up being just a regular ass animal at the end. But it's just the idea that like I could really try to make you believe whatever, and like now it's becoming more convincing. People are falling for this shit way more than before because of like our resources.
Like
Resources go hand in hand, right? There's pros and cons to everything, right? Oh yeah, now we got this lit technology, but who said that all that technology is gonna be used for good?
Oh yeah, of course.
So it's just like. You gonna be fooled.
The reason
more
that
than
we
you've
have
ever been.
the technology we have in most of these cases is because it's being used for fucked up purposes. But there's niggas that's using or finding ways to just re-engineer that and use it that is helpful and useful. But a lot of the shit that they have put out there for us or they have set up for us is all fucked up in some way. They want to track something from us. They want to get some type of information, and it's fucked up. Like, we all caught in it. Like, we all caught in the trap pretty much. But it's like, as long as you keep yourself aware, as long as you're questioning the shit around you, and as long as you're not really, bowing down to just face value shit, it'll start to make sense.
And that's why knowledge is power, baby. Just figure out what you know what I'm saying? Dig a little deeper. That's all.
Honorable mention, go watch a movie called They Live. We're gonna put it up here somewhere, pop it up. So Roddy Piper. It's called They Live. It's a classic, my nigga. This movie came out in the fucking 80s. And the premise of this movie, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but the premise of this shit, this nigga has glasses and he puts these glasses on and he can see shit for what it really is. So say this right here, your slogan on your shit, whatever. Say he puts his glasses on and looks at your hoodie, he's gonna see what your hoodie really mean. Or like there's a billboard, like McDonald's billboard.
I see what you're saying.
He puts on the glasses, that billboard really says
truth
that billboard just says obesity on it. Like it's just what it's promoting or this and that third. He can see people that are not
all the meanings hidden, shown.
Exactly. Yo, bro,
They Live. Check it out.
They Live, y'all. They Live.
Watch that. They Live.
Speaking of movies, I was recently watching this movie called Knock at the Cabin.
Ooh, I peeped that too.
M. Night Shyamalan movie, feel me? It's on Peacock also. Feel me?
Yo, as you can see, Peacock.
Peacock, holla at us if you know what I'm saying.
We already shouting y'all out. Y'all might as well throw us the bag.
Come on, son. Look. But nah, so it's on Peacock. Batista's in it too. Ron Weasley.
Yo, Ron. That shit blew my mind, especially because like you can fake hear his accent too. Like he fake was trying to hide it.
But you can't hide Ron Weasley. That's Ron Weasley.
Come on, bro, you from Harry Potter.
But yeah, so basically the premise of this movie is that the world is about to come to an end, and these four people, they're symbolic of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. So they come into they came into this same sex couple's house and they have a kid or whatever, and they told them, y'all will have to sacrifice either you or your partner in order to stop the world from ending, pretty much. And for every time you say no, we have to sacrifice. One of the four horsemen of the apocalypse would sacrifice themselves. So,
and that movie right there was, excuse me, that movie was different, bro. Like, it was just I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna give it a super high rating just because the movie itself was alright. You know what I'm saying? M. Night Shyamalan. He does his thing. He has some movies that are like very interesting.
The concept of that movie was very good. Yeah.
He's a director that just kind of gives this like what's it called? Like, I'm just gonna give you an insane idea or an insane plot,
and then you can just
feel me, and you
unravel
can,
that.
yeah.
Word.
Well, I'm gonna show you one vision. You take it with what you can. You feel me? Like
fact.
you can turn it into whatever you can. And for me, watching that was just like you said, the four horsemen pull up on this family, and it was crazy too, because like if you watch this movie, not to give away too much, but like just the idea that like. These four random people, because it was these two ladies, it was two men.
They all didn't know each other.
They were just like, we had visions, and like we just pulled up, and it was just this idea of like, yo, we're not trying to hurt nobody, but this is happening. Like,
and the way that the movie starts is even
really gonna start.
The way the movie starts is even crazy because the nigga Batista starts talking to their daughter,
exactly, and he's mad nice to her. Word, man.
He's like, yo, I'm here to do something that I didn't necessarily want to do, and then like these are my friends, blah blah blah, and then it's just like. Without giving away too much, like he said, it's crazy because he basically gives them this choice. Like, you're gonna either have to willingly sacrifice your partner or yourself, whatever the case may be, or this is gonna happen. And then all like they didn't believe it, of course, because they're skeptic or whatever.
Yeah, and they think these lunatics are in their house.
Exactly.
Of course.
But as that time went on, they started to see that they wasn't bullshitting, and that But for me personally, if that was the case, I'm not gonna lie, I would sacrifice myself. For the sake of my family and for the sake of just whatever else is going on, because he did say, well, let me finish giving you the full scenario. You could say no, but you would just live throughout the end of the world.
Yeah, word. You would live exactly.
You would just live through the end of mankind, or you could sacrifice somebody and then all this shit would cease to stop, and it would like humankind would continue to go on.
Exactly.
So. In this situation, this nigga had a family, he had a kid. Like, if I'm in that situation, I'm definitely
want to see them continue. Of course,
I want. Even if I'm not gonna literally physically see them continue, spiritually, whatever, I'll see it. Like, I'll be around, whatever the case may be. But I don't think I want the world to end and then like
and I have to watch it too. That's crazy. I give you that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Like, just hearing you say it off rip, I was like, oh shit, like word, because it's like I don't know if it's that easy, like for me to just choose myself.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna be that easy. No, I'm not.
But I'm agreeing with you in the sense that like I could see like why that makes sense, just because what does that do for me if I stick around just to watch the world end? Like, what is that? That sounds terrible.
Yeah, well, I don't want to give it away, but them four horsemen, like for me, not only do they tell like, I'm not gonna give it away, but yeah.
Go watch that movie.
It's on Peacock. Word. Definitely on Peacock.
Only on Peacock. Or you feel me, online if you can find it.
That always just present like that. Those type of questions always were interesting to me because it's like, yeah, like you could either be selfish or you could be selfless. So
yeah, that's exactly.
Save yourself.
Yo, in the comments, we want to see what y'all. If the apocalypse is upon us, and they tell you
if you have to
choose to sacrifice
you
somebody,
or your partner or both of y'all to save the world.
What
are y'all doing?
What's the move?
And if not, the world is gonna end, and you're gonna live.
You'll live, but you're gonna watch everything surrounding you fall to a crumble.
And everyone die, except for y'all. But everyone's gonna die.
It's gonna be very interesting. But nah, yo, the movies have. I'm not gonna lie, they've been a twisted turn up and down, cause like
I haven't been to the movie theater since
Emmett. Actually, nah, Creed 3. Did you see Creed 3?
I did not see that. Was it good?
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie, it was a good. That continuation, like for the story wise, but it wasn't it wasn't like a super amazing movie. It was alright.
I'm gonna be honest. I fuck with Michael B. Jordan,
but you're not jacking Adonis Creed.
I'm not like I feel like they dragging the movies out, and I don't.
But he kind of is. But like,
this don't need to be another Rocky universe because.
But I kind of see what I see like. He did kind of grow this character like this, like okay, like because if I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna spoil it because if you haven't seen it, but his father dies in the original Rocky, you know what I'm saying, like
Apollo.
The fourth one, so it's just like, Apollo Creed dying kind of like cut off that an idea of even like what would like the Creed side of things look like. So that's one reason I'm like that's my perspective. That's me just being the devil's advocate to you. Like I kind of fuck with like just seeing like. How the Creed legacy lived on because his father was one of the greatest boxers.
I mean that's true, but it's like they made a movie about Rocky's son. If they did that, like you would be.
But off rip, Rocky cut that out. That's why I agree with you. But Rocky off rip, cut that out.
If the script was that
because he didn't want to be a boxer.
If the script, but I'm saying if the script was they let Apollo live. Rocky lived, and then they involved now Rocky's son.
If anything, I would do their sons go off against each other.
But yeah, but I'm saying like some shit like that. If they did some shit like that, then like even then, I still would be like, all right, I already saw Rocky. Like it'll be cool the first time, with 2 and 3 is like, all right. Like the second one was cool because he fought this nigga.
Right,
He fought this nigga. Drago's son. But it's like that should have been the first one. You know what I'm saying? Like that should have been on some
because of that was like because that's man that killed it, or the son of the man that killed
exactly, and that's literally like this is the introduction to the Creed universe. The first nigga you fighting is somebody that I don't even remember who he fought in the first movie. I'm gonna be honest, I don't.
Where he fought some like England
random nigga,
dude, some dude from England. I forgot his name.
Who fucking knows? Who cares? But it's like my point is that would have made the story more compelling to me. I guess they waited, because
they
box office dollars. But it's like for me,
it was cool. It was cool.
Certain sequels don't need to be like.
I didn't like the ending of that movie of Creed 3. Yeah, I didn't like the ending just because it was just like, not to jump into too much, but it seemed very rushed. It seemed like there should have been a lot more interaction for when you finally get to those those closing moments. But that's just my personal opinion. I really think that it was alright. You know what I'm saying? It was, like you said, I do feel like there's some sort of dragging going on. I fuck with Michael B. Jordan as an actor, and
I fuck with Michael B. Jordan.
I fuck with him as Adonis Creed. I think him playing that character, like he is, he is one. You feel me? Like he is Adonis Creed.
There wouldn't be anybody else that I could see playing that role.
He did a great job being Adonis Creed, but the movies, like the storytelling itself, it could be a lot better.
Speaking of Creed, what you think? All right, what's going on with the co-star here? What you think about my guy Jonathan Majors in this?
Jonathan Majors is everywhere, my nigga.
Bro,
niggas
ever
everywhere.
Since they announced him to be King, he's been in Army commercials. He's been in every movie. Like he's literally the last time we went to the movie, bro.
He has movies everywhere, bro.
Last time we went to the fucking movies, half of the trailers, Jonathan Majors. And then
I was just like, yo,
it's unfortunate to see that this thing has come up where this woman alleged that he attacked her, but then
supposedly she took her remarks back.
She recanted her statement. So it's like,
it was his girlfriend at first. It was just some lady. It was his girl. His girl got a little mad. That's what it sounded like. Look, I don't know the full story, so I can't say much. But what I do know is, from what I've seen and what I heard, it looks like somebody got real mad, was trying to press charges, and then took them shits back. That's what it looked like.
How do you feel about that? Because I feel like a lot of time nowadays, like before you go on,
go ahead.
Like there's a lot of situations where when you in a domestic thing or you have like you're a couple, if a woman makes that call first, you automatically in the wrong. Like there's no for me.
Look, this is what I'm gonna say. Off rip, like. No, like outsiders, right? Like me and my girl, or me and a female, right? If we are in a disagreement, an argument, and that woman is showing me harm, like she's trying to hurt me or murder me, I feel like I have the right to defend myself.
Oh yeah, of course.
But if as a man, I am never trying to ever the thought of putting my hands on a woman does not come up unless she's trying to kill me. Like she's trying to murder me. Like shorty, you gonna have to get hit. I'm sorry. Hold on, like. But even if shit get rowdy, shit get lit, my plan is never to put my hands on a woman. So it's just the idea that like, again, at first it seemed like that's what he did. But like I said, maybe shit was recanted because supposedly he had marks or he was attacked. So it's the idea that Jonathan Majors, if you was defending yourself, then you did the right thing, right? And he may have should. But, we don't know the real story, so God forbid you wasn't, and you put your hands on that woman before things got crazy, then I think you shouldn't have done that. I think that was the wrong move.
Definitely.
And that's really as simple as that because...
So do you think there's a with that, do you think there's a double standard as far as when a male will call the cops... I
think there is 100% a double standard because it's just the idea that being said, I haven't been in these situations, thank God, but if you calling the cops on your girl and it's on some like she's just being rowdy or yelling or something like that, I just feel like a cop wouldn't take that over a woman complaining over that phone or whoever the operator. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is just my personal opinion. I haven't seen this out too many times, but it's just, let's be honest, like the real consensus is if we ask the girl to, she's out here searching for help, most people are gonna be as simple as I've seen like a bunch of experiments on YouTube and stuff where it's like if a man is getting smacked by a woman, they watch. But a woman starts smacking on a man, they rush to that. Oh, what you doing? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's just the idea of like that's always gonna be a double standard, and that's why it's kind of like one of them things where it's like I've come not to get too into it, but it's like there are sadly roles for men versus women. Like society has chosen that. You know what I'm saying? As much as you don't want to follow that, or people out there don't want to follow that.
That's a whole
There's certain things that if a woman is going through a specific situation, it will never ever be the same as if that man is going through the same situation. You feel me? It's just how it is. This is how it's been, and it's not something to be mad at. It's not something to be like, oh, I can choose in this. It's just something that if you're upset at that, you can't be mad at others for not agreeing with you. You just have to, cool, you're not cool with that, but that can't mean everyone else can't follow what they feel. You know what I mean?
I just think it's fucked up because it's like it used to be innocent until proven guilty. And then on top of the fact that you're a minority and on top of the fact that it's a domestic thing, you already guilty until you're proven innocent.
It's just more like flaws towards you. Like, and it's not even a flaw. That's the crazy part.
And it's crazy. So it's like, for me, it's just like, I think when it comes to, you know, if you're in a relationship of that kind and you in some type of physical abusive relationship and that's your thing,
get
like,
out.
Yeah, word. Like, anybody that's in it, male or female alike, get out of that relationship because it's gonna end in a couple ways. Either one of y'all's gonna get really badly hurt, somebody gonna go to jail, or somebody could die. And then
that's the worst.
Well, that could also lead to you going to jail. So you feel me? It all goes back to something. So it's just like, being something that's healthy for you, being something that's healthy in general, and all that putting your hands on somebody's shit, that's not necessary really at all. Unless, like I said, or like he said, like they're physically trying to take your life, they're trying to harm you, they got a
always
weapon.
Defend yourself, but defending yourself never means to put your hands on somebody else.
Like don't be afraid to defend yourself because you always had the right to do that. But definitely, if you in something that's abusive and it's not meant for you, get out of that because that shit is not gonna help you and it's just gonna leave you with literal physical marks, mental, emotional, physical marks, and then you're gonna be
some sort of pain. You just don't know where it's coming from at that point.
My nigga, I don't understand it. And then it's like, yo, if you talking to shorty, right, and you're talking to her, like, and then as y'all talking, you see like she's very handsy, like she like to hit, like you feel me? Like you're not
like awesome playful shit, right? Yeah,
but you know deep down in your mind, like.
You're
not all there to the point. So if I get you mad, you might actually try to slap the shit out of me.
You gonna try to swing,
and that's a problem right there. Like you feel me? Like,
but see, you saying that off rip is telling me like if I'm catching these signs early, like you know, young me, shit, I'm gonna go roll with the punch and see what it takes me, especially if she bad.
Everybody has ran through so many red flags in their life,
and you keep going, my nigga. You gonna keep going just because you see it from the beginning. That didn't stop you from killing. That ain't stopping you from from taking it home.
A lot of women run through the red flags too. They just be like, yo, this nigga ain't shit, but this is that. But I'ma still go out with him.
Of course,
I'ma still be with that.
Oh, because you treat me like this. Oh, because da 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 da.
Oh, this shorty don't give me the time of day or nothing, but I'ma still buy her shit. I'ma still be on her dick. Like, come on, bro. Like, y'all gotta get it together, bro. Like the age we live in now is so social media driven as far as relationships. Like they think like toxic is the normal. They think that. Yo, me calling you 1,000 times because you ain't pick up your phone once is lit.
Yeah, it's like I'm supposed to do this.
I'm looking at my phone like, yo, that's cute. She called me back. She called me 1,000 times.
Like, wow, why like she care about me. Like,
why you calling me this many times? First
like
of all,
certain things. Exactly.
Come on, son. It's just like is that shit like y'all? First of all, y'all should know better. As niggas getting older and you getting grown, you should know that it's not cool. It is not lit to be childish, petty, argumentative with your partner. Like that shit is not it. Because it's never gonna get you nowhere, and all you gonna have is a fucking situationship.
Also, remember this: if you feel any of these things with your partner, it's something in you that's causing that. You got to remember that because at the end of the day, you're the only reason you think like, damn, I don't like this. I don't. It's because it's the idea. If you were in these situations, how would you act? And that's what kind of triggers your mind to think a certain way. Because maybe if you were in that same situation that she was, you would have acted differently. And that looks bad because you thinking, oh, that's something that she would do or he would do if it's for a shorty. So just think about it like that. Like, if you really feeling out of it or like, I'm not liking the situation, like this pettiness, this talk, something extra you doing to your partner, think about it like it's maybe because that if it was the other way around, if you was put in that situation, you would have moved a little differently. And that's why you're not agreeing on certain terms. You know what I'm saying?
What's a red flag that you let pass by and like
that I can let rock?
Like the past shows you've talked to that you kind of like, yeah, this could be bad, but this could be bad, but you know, I'm
not gonna lie, definitely attitude for sure. Like some instant attitude.
But I'm not even gonna lie, attitude like
I mean, I'm not saying it's not really a shorty word. That's not really a red flag, but I'm talking about maybe like I feel like I've dealt with some shorties that's like. Maybe off rip, they're very laid back. You know, they're not trying to give off that attitude.
More aggressive.
Yeah, versus the ones that's like, yo, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? Off rip, you know. Some Spanish shows you already know they going hurrah your shit, my nigga. So
don't play with a word. Don't play with it.
Some of that aggression, I saw it more of as an attraction instead of a red flag, and I definitely got caught up. Like, oh nah, I'm not trying to deal with none of this. You feel me? Don't be wrong. There's certain things you might like that other people consider red. Also, that's another thing. a red flag to society don't automatically mean a red flag to you. If you like something that,
But there's some of them that should though. Don't let him gas.
Now, that being said, it's whatever you like. You
Yeah,
feel me? If you want some toxic shit, because that's what you like, then you could go search for that shit. But just understand there's pros and cons. If that's what you like,
Heavy
your
on
mentality all fucked up, my brother. Feel me? So you can win and lose, but there's always wins and there's always
And
losses.
don't be confused while you losing when that's your mentality. Cause niggas, yo, this is the thing. Niggas and bitches alike be confused. Like, yo, bro, I can't seem to get the right nigga or shorty. And they be going
But
with
what
the
is this-
same toxic bullshit.
The idea of perfect is you lost. You thought of something that
There is no
was
perfect. There is no perfect.
You don't know what that is.
I
Only
feel
a
like-
fool knows all, my nigga.
That's a
And it's
fact.
the idea that, like, if you think you know what a perfect is, you don't, because you don't know everything. So you lost.
Perfect to me is working on perfect. So if y'all striving to work on perfect together, and say if you have a relationship with somebody, there's gonna be days where you're not always happy with them, and they're not always happy with you. But
And
it's
that's
about
part of life.
it's about what you do behind those feelings right there. So if you're gonna betray your partner because you have an off day and you annoyed by them, you don't need to be with them.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, real quick to tell you, he said for perfect for him is working on perfect, and perfect for me is change. If you're doing the same thing, you stuck in the
Same
same
shit right
cycle,
there,
you're
feel me?
gonna be miserable.
Hand in hand.
I bet you there's millionaires, billionaires, even when they make it, they're stuck in that same cycle. Oh, I finally made it. I'm gonna just do whatever. They miserable now. Change shows freedom. Change shows development.
Change shows growth, nigga.
Literally,
Word.
and it shows it to a point where it's like happiness is there because it's like, yo, I would have never knew this. You literally spark in your brain like, oh shit, like I'm learning. I'm doing something new. I'm trying this. I'm attempting this.
Like I said earlier
a
in the show,
mentality thing, bro.
retrain your brain because all the shit that you might have learned before
For
from
real.
your parents, from your friends, whatever, it might not be what's right for you or just right in general. But if
Literally.
it's definitely not right for you, you have to reevaluate and you got to retrain yourself because, like,
Yup.
for me personally, one of my red flags, like, well,
Word, that's a fact. I was about to ask you.
With my past relationships, I used to always be with my girlfriends. Like I used to never we wouldn't have that.
There was no
like,
separate connection.
So as I got
mean,
older,
depart
yeah,
type
we're
shit.
like for me as I got older, no room for me to miss you, like shit like that.
Literally, that's literally what that is.
So as I got older, it's like I've started to like enjoy silence more with my partner or enjoy other things.
Like
or,
I'm gonna do this, you do that.
yeah, word. Like I've come to enjoy. Like I've always enjoyed my peace, but now it's like as I'm older, it's like that's the priority. So it's like if you don't fall in line with the peace, it's like whoa. Don't get me wrong. I'm always willing to talk and communicate about anything, but it's like relationships now, you should be peaceful for each other. Y'all should be able to help each other. Y'all should be able to build each other up in some way. And not every day is gonna be sunshines and rainbows. You're gonna have to have uncomfortable conversations. You're gonna have to, not have to, but there's gonna be like back and forth at times. But it's all about how you handle these things.
And it's the idea that shows strength. If you
That's a
can have
fact.
an uncomfortable conversation with somebody and move on from it, that shows strength, bravery.
Me, if I tell you I
Literally.
don't like something about you or I don't like something that you did, that should not be something
Yeah,
that you
that's-
be like, oh, without, nah, I'm not saying it to
I'm
be
just
like
telling
that.
you
I'm
how I
right.
feel.
And if you fuck with me enough,
And you would tell me the same, the other way around.
exactly. If you fuck with me enough, and if we fuck with each other enough, it should be like this goes for friendships and relationships, and
That's
in
a fact.
any
in any
capacity.
sort of way. It don't have to be just an attraction.
Word, like if you have a relationship with somebody and you let them know like, yo, I'm not feeling this, or you this, whatever the case may be, y'all should be able to have a dialogue about anything because that's what's gonna build upon whatever y'all got. Because now it's like, okay, well, I know what you don't like, I'm gonna be more mindful, or I know what you do
Yeah,
like. So
and
I'm
if
gonna
I
be
care
mindful.
about you, I will take it into consideration. Even
Exactly.
feel me, it's not. We ain't telling nobody to change
I'm not gonna-
overnight.
yeah, word, I'm
Feel
not
me?
gonna- I'm not
I'm
gonna-
not gonna change
oh
my
my
whole
God.
life to make sure
Word.
exactly. Oh my god, I know you don't like it. Let me freeze. Nah, but it's like, oh shit, like you know what? I realize you don't like that.
in what you don't like, because what you might not like might be misguided. So you might say, yo,
Exactly.
I don't like the way you talk
And
to
you
me or
don't
something,
exactly.
but it's
And you don't
like-
realize the reason why that maybe I'm doing that.
Exactly, because you didn't
Literally.
ask. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's shit like that. So
All could be broken down, man.
Feel me, yo. Love advice from the wolves, y'all. You feel me?
Relationships been happening for millions and billions of years. You think we the first ones to deal with this shit?
Yeah, not
Feel
at
me?
all.
You just
And we
gotta.
ain't gonna be the last, nigga. So
Sure, that's a fact. So it's the idea that just do your best to stay as peaceful as you can, or true to yourself. If you stay true to yourself, I bet you be a little bit more peaceful at night. That's a fact.
Love on yourself, love on your peoples, love your family, and just grow, y'all. That's all. That's what you should take away from this episode today. If nothing else,
You
love
already
on
know.
yourself, love your people, and just grow. But without further ado, I've been HB, feel me, Wolf Cobain, your host
Rico
with the
Cloud,
most.
you know what I'm saying? The love
We gonna throw these
connoisseur.
shits where we gonna. Hunter B official, Rico Cloud.
I think it's right
Raphael
here.
Photos.
It might be right there.
Feel me? Loud Pack NYC. We're gonna throw all this shit up. Yo,
stay true to yourself.
Tuned for the next fucking episode. We're gonna start dropping these shits weekly for y'all. We love y'all.
Inflation K.
Whoa. Shit, riddle me this, riddle me that.